Automation. In the Salesforce, we have functionalities to automate the business process like workflow rules, approval process, process builder. These are the three declarative automation techniques what we have in the Salesforce. In the Salesforce, we have three automation techniques. One is workflow rule, second one is process builder, third one is approval process. What was this automation? When I withdraw the money from the ATM, automatically you are getting a SMS that so-and-so transaction is made. Whenever I make a payment, you will get an email, boss, your payment of so-and-so rupees is received, okay, through so-and-so account. Whenever I create a Facebook account, I get an email alert to my email, boss, your Facebook account is registered with this email ID. Whenever I reset my password, somebody has modified your password. What are all these things? They are automated. They are performed by the system. According to your organizational business rules, some process should be automated. Like whoever raise a complaint, whoever raise a case, make a call to customer care, raise a case. You need to get a email, boss, your complaint has been taken. This is your complaint number. I need to get a SMS. So this is what, according to their company rules, there are certain norms or certain work which need to be automated. That should be automated by the system. These are rules what your company is following. To automate those rules, we require some automation techniques. So in the Salesforce, the techniques what we have is workflows, approval process, and a process builder. Let us start with the first one, workflow rules. We'll start with the workflow rules. We'll start with the workflow rules. When you say workflow rules, what are the workflow rules? Workflow rules are the automated action. Workflow rules are the rules which will be fired when a condition and criteria is met. Workflows are the automation rules which will be fired when a condition and a criteria is met. Workflow rules are defined on an object. 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 Right. So we need to understand a couple of. So what is the navigation for this? Setup, build, create, setup, build, create, workflows and approvals. Setup, build, create, workflows and approval, workflows. Go back here. What is the navigation we have? Setup, build, create, workflow rules and approvals, workflows and approvals, workflows. Next we have new. What was the procedure? Setup, build, create, workflows and approvals, workflows. We have. Then step number 1, choose the object. Step number 1, choose the object. What I'm doing, boss, define what is the object on which you are trying to create. Step number 1, choose the object. any object of your choice. Let us say I am choosing customer object. Candidate. Choose the object. Then step number 2, define the rule name. Right. Now we have evaluation criteria. What was this evaluation criteria? First, when a rule is created. Second, when a rule is created and every time it is edited. Third, created anytime it is edited to subsequently meet the criteria. Out of these 3 rules, you are supposed to select any one of the rules. Out of these 3 rules, you are supposed to select any one of these rules. Evaluation criteria. I have 3 rules. Out of these 3 rules, you are supposed to select any one of the rules. So what was this? First one, created. What do you mean by created? Was whenever a new record is created, check the rule. So it is asking three conditions are here. What are 3 conditions that we have? When you say this, there are 3 choices. If I choose the first choice, whenever I create it, let us say I have a rule. What is my rule? Amount greater than 5. When I create a new record, Satish, whenever I say Satish 7000 created. When I create a new record, Satish 7000 created. Satish 7000 created. Whenever a new record is created, whenever a new record is created, it is going to check the rule. Only when a new record is created, it will check the rule. So I have modified. The same record I modified. Don't check the rule. Don't check the rule. What was this? Whenever we choose this, when a new record is created, when a new record is created, it will go and check the rule. When a new record is created, it will go and check the rule. Second condition, created and every time it is edited. What does it mean? I got a record, Satish. Satish 7000 created. When a new record is created, check the rule. I modify the record. Satish 2000. When you modify the record, again I modify the record. So doesn't matter to me whether the rule is true or false. If you check the modify the record, check the rule. Whenever a new record is created or every time it is modified, check the rule. Whenever a new record is created or every time the record is modified, check the rule. When a new record is created or every time the record is modified, check the rule. So what was that? Created. Whenever record is created, check the rule. If the record is modified, don't check it. When I choose the second condition, created and every time it is edited. created and every time it is edited. When you select this rule, whenever a new record is created or every time the existing record is modified, check the rule. When a new record is created or every time it is modified, check the rule. Third one. Third one. What is the third one? Created anytime it is edited to subsequently meet the criteria. So what does it mean? Because when a new record is created, check the rule. When an existing record is modified, which record is modified? Which record is modified? Satish 7000. Satish 7000 I am trying to modify as Satish 12,000. So Satish 7000 is already meeting the condition, right? Satish 7000 is already meeting the condition. What is the condition? Amount greater than 5. Satish 7000 before modifying the record only it is meeting the condition. Satish 7000 before modifying the record only it is meeting the condition. If the record which is already meeting the condition, if the record is modified, don't take the rule. Record which is already meeting the condition, if the record is modified, don't take the rule. So what is the record? Satish 7000. Satish 7000 is already meeting the condition. If the record is modified, don't check. Modify, don't check. Then again I am modifying. Satish 12,000 I am modifying as 2,000. Now which record I am modifying? Satish 12,000. Satish 12,000 is already greater than 5,000. Am I right? Satish 12,000 is already greater than 5,000. If I modify that record, don't check. Then Satish 2000 is modified into 8,000. Now which record I modified? Satish 2000. If Satish 2000 is meeting the condition, Satish 2000 is not meeting the condition. If the record is modified, are you clear about this one? Because when a record is modified, whenever the existing record which is already meeting the condition, if it is modified, don't check. The record which is not meeting the condition, if it is modified, check the rule. Record which is not meeting the condition, if it is modified, check the rule. Record which is already meeting the condition, if it is modified, don't check the rule. So Satish 7000 is modified into Satish 12,000. Which record is modified? Satish 7000. Satish 7000 is already greater than 5,000. Okay, that record I modified as Satish 12,000. So the record which is already meeting the condition, that record I am modifying as 12,000. So don't check it. Then Satish 12,000. Satish 12,000 is greater than 5,000. So record which is already meeting the condition, Satish 12,000. The record which is already meeting the condition, that is modified to Satish 2000. Don't check it. Satish 2000, it is not meeting the condition. Satish 2000 is not meeting the condition. The record which is not meeting the condition, that record if I modify, check the rule. Are you clear? So what is it? Any record which is not meeting the condition right now, if that record is modified, check the rule. Record which is not meeting the condition right now, if that record is modified, check the rule. Are you clear about this? Record which is not meeting the condition right now, if that record is modified, check the rule. Are you clear about this? So these are the three choices what we have. Out of these three choices, you are supposed to select any one. Out of these three choices, you are supposed to select any one. I have three choices. Out of these three, I was supposed to select any one. Created and every time it is edited. Created anytime it is edited to subsequently meet the criteria. Out of these three rules, any one rule you are supposed to select. Are you clear about the format? People have followed. So if it says created, only when a new record is created, it will check the rule. Second one, created every time it is edited. whenever a new record is created or every time the existing record is modified, it is going to check the rule. Third one, whenever a new record is created, and anytime the existing record, which is not meeting the condition, anytime the existing record which is not meeting the condition, if it is modified, check the rule. I hope you are clear with this format. People have got this, right, boss? So these are the three choices we have. Out of these three choices, you are supposed to select any one. I told you. So what was this evaluation criteria? This evaluation criteria will tell you when should I check the rule. This evaluation criteria will tell you when should I check the rule. Evaluation criteria will tell you when should I check the rule. It is not checking the rule. When should I check? If you check the rule, if the rule is true, perform the action. If the rule is false, don't perform the action. But when should I check the rule? When should I check the rule? That is given by evaluation criteria. Evaluation criteria will tell you when should I check the rule. Now, let's go back. Now, in how many ways we can define the rule? Workflow rule. I can give the rule in two ways. Criteria based rule. Criteria based rule, formula based rule. Criteria based rule, formula based rule. What is this criteria based rule? Simple rule. Criteria based rule is simple rule. When is a simple rule? Criteria based rule. It is a simple rule. When is a simple rule? Let us say name equal to Satish. Industry equal to. We are forming a simple rule. Using what? Using what? If you are creating a workflow rule on, employee, I can use the fields of employee. If I create a workflow rule on employee, I can use the fields of employee, master object fields of employee, and a current user who logged in. Which fields I can use? I can use the fields of an employee. I can use the master object fields of an employee. I can use current user who logged in. Whenever we create a workflow rule on an object, I can use the fields of that object on which I created a workflow rule. I can use this master object fields. I can use the currently logged in user fields. If Satish logged in, Satish field like Satish last name, first name, profile, role, organization, the fields of Satish. Now, whenever a workflow rule is defined, I can go with the two types of rules: criteria based rule, formula based rule. When I say criteria based rule, it is a simple rule using the fields of the object or fields of its master object or currently logged in user object fields. Fields of the master object, and the currently logged in user object fields. So whenever a workflow rule is created, we can create a rule using the fields of the object and its master object fields and the currently logged in user fields. Then we are going with formula based rule. What is that formula based rule? Right. If it is a complex rule, formula based rule. It is a complex rule. formula based rule. If it is a complex rule, we'll go with the formula. You can use the functions of formula to create all the functions of formula. So workflow rule can be defined in how many ways? Two ways. Simple, which is a criteria, formula, which is a complex. Right. Criteria, simple rule, formula, complex rule. I hope I'm clear. Right, boss? Criteria based, formula based. Criteria based, formula based. Any further queries from your end? Clear? Now let us go to the next. Next. Once the workflow rule is obeyed, then you are going to perform actions. What are the actions we have? There are two types of action. Immediate action. Immediate action. Second one is a time dependent action. Immediate action. Second one is a time dependent action. What is immediate action and time dependent action? First one, immediate action. Whenever workflow rule is met, we want to perform the actions instantly. Whenever the workflow rule is met, we want to perform the action instantly, which is called immediate actions. Time dependent action. Whenever the rule is met, perform the action at a given time. Like let's say, was send an email 3 days before the expiry date. Okay, deactivate the account after 29 days from today. You got your trial accounts, CRM trial accounts. Deactivate the account automatically after 29 days. So what is that? Time-based action. Perform the action at the specified time trigger. So we have immediate actions and we have time-dependent actions. Right. So let me give diagrammatical representation. So look at this. I have object. On an object, I have a object. On an object, I have a condition. On an object, we have a evaluation criteria. On an object, we have a evaluation criteria. On object, we have evaluation criteria. On evaluation criteria, we have evaluation criteria. On the evaluation criteria, if evaluation criteria is true, we are going to check workflow rule. When the workflow rule is true, perform the action. Perform the workflow action. So I'm going to give. Perform the action. What are the actions we want to perform? So, when the workflow rule is true, I want to perform action. What is that action? Immediate action. Time dependent action. Immediate action. Time dependent action. On an object, we have a evaluation criteria. On an object, we have a evaluation criteria. On the top of the evaluation criteria, we have a workflow rule. Was on the object, whenever the evaluation criteria is true, check the workflow rule. Whenever the workflow rule is true, perform the action. What are the actions we can perform? Immediate action and a time dependent action. We can perform immediate action and time dependent action. Object, we have evaluation criteria. On the evaluation criteria, give the workflow rule. When the workflow rule is true, perform the action. Actions are time dependent actions and immediate action. This is the workflow rule flow. Object has evaluation criteria. When the evaluation criteria is true, check the workflow rule. When the workflow rule is true, perform the action. Actions are immediate action and time dependent action. Actions are immediate action and time dependent action. Actions are immediate action and time dependent action. Right, boss? Now, let's go to the next one. Let me go to the next one. We want to check what type of immediate actions we can perform. We want to check what type of immediate actions we can perform. The immediate actions what we can perform are task, email, field update, what type of action we can perform? Task, email, field update, outbound message. Task, email, field update, outbound message. The type of actions what we can perform are task, email, field update, outbound message. Task, email, field update, outbound message. These are the things what we are trying to perform. Task, email, field update, outbound message. Now let us see. First, what is this task? Task is nothing but assigning work to task is nothing but assign the work to some user or a role, assigning work to some user or a role or owner. Assign the work to some user or a role or a owner. Assign the work to some user, role or a owner. If you want to assign a work to some user, role or a owner, assigning a work to some user or a role or a owner, assigning a work to some role, user or a owner. Right. It's called task. Now what is this? We want to assign a work to some user. Look at the point. Whenever new lead is created, assign the task to. Whenever a new lead is created, assign the task to owner of the record to schedule a call, and fix appointment. Whenever a new lead is created, assign the task to the owner of the record to schedule a call and fix the appointment. Let us go with this. What we have? Setup, build, create. Then we have workflows and approvals, workflow rules, new workflow. Object we got lead object. Next. Lead create. What was that? Whenever a new lead is created with, let us say, lead source equal to web. Whenever a new lead is created with the lead source equal to web, what was that? Create a task. What is the task? Assign the work to owner of the record. Whenever a new lead is created, assign the task to owner of the record subject. Then how many days it should be completed? From created date, within 3 days it should be closed. Status not started, Parati. Yeah. So here I am giving leads, new lead, then actual group. Now, so what was that lead source equal to? What is the what I gave? Lead source equal to when a new lead is created with a lead source equal to web, automatically task is created. What is that? Fixed appointment with the. Now what was this? All the tasks which are assigned to you will be visible on the record on the detail page, or else all the leads which are assigned to you, all the tasks that are assigned to you, you can find them from home page. Go to the home, you can find list of tasks that are pending. You have a calendar here, you have a filter, apply this filter and check out task. I can find either from the home page, or I can also find the record from once the task is closed. Task is closed. What was that? Activity. Once the task is closed, it's the activity step. Once the task is closed, it's the activity step. I hope you're clear. So let us go back to the next one. Once again, I'm clear. Boss, you are assigning a task. Now, listen to the format. In my organization, I have a group of users. Like this, I have 3 users. Both of them have a role of business managers. So their roles are HR manager, BDM, and C. I have a rule here. What rule? If city equal to Hyderabad, whenever the city equal to Hyderabad, when city equal to Hyderabad, then we are supposed to create a task. What is the task? Task is SA task 2 CEO. What is the task? All customer. Whenever a new record is created, if city equal to Hyderabad, assign a task to role CEO. We are assigning a task to a role CEO to call the customer. So a new customer is created. Let's say Satish, Hyderabad. Owner of the record, let's say customer 01, Hyderabad. Owner is Kiran is the owner of the record. This all. The moment I create a record, check the workflow rule. City equal Hyderabad, yes. Then I send the work to roll call CEO. With the roll call CEO, how many people are there? Only one person is there. So what happened? Task is assigned to task call customer is assigned to call customer is assigned to. Then one more record we are creating. So what is that? I am trying to create one more record, one more workflow. This is one rule. Second rule is they told assign task to HR manager. Assign task to BDM call customer. Now what is that? A new record is created. Owner of the record is Faraz. So when a new record is created, check the rule. When you check the rule, what is the rule? City equal Hyderabad. Yes, city equal Hyderabad. Then perform the action. What is the action that we are trying to perform? So assign the task to BDM. Who is BDM? There are three people: Hari, Divya, Prasad. Now who should be the owner of the task? Owner of the task should be a person only. But there are three people with the role called BDM. So who should be the owner of the record? If a task is assigned to a role has multiple users, then whoever is the owner of the record, he will become the owner of the task. When a task is assigned to a role, with that role there are more than one user. Whoever is the owner of the record, he will become the owner of the task. Now, who is the owner of the record? Faraz. So Faraz has become the owner of the record. Whenever a task is assigned to a role, there are more than one user with the same role, then the owner of the record becomes the owner of the task. That is it. Workflow rule. Assign task to HR manager. So we have call customer. What happened again? C03. I have Hyderabad. Wilson is it. Wilson is the one. So C03 Hyderabad Wilson. C03 Hyderabad Wilson. C03 Hyderabad Wilson. Now what I'm doing? Assign a task. Which is assign a task. What happened? Call customer. Call customer. Now who is the owner of the record? Task is assigned to HR manager. But there are two people with the same role. Then who will become the owner of the record? Task is assigned to HR manager. Task is assigned to HR manager. There are two people with the same role called HR manager. When there are two people with the same role called HR manager, when there are two people with the role called HR manager, when there are two people with the same role called HR manager, who will be the owner of the record? Who will be the owner of the record? So Wilson will be the owner of the record. Who will be the owner of the record? Wilson will be the owner of the record. I hope I'm clear. People have followed this. Clear? Clear for this? Everyone is clear? Right. So task is assigned. Task is assigned. When a task is assigned to a owner. Okay. Look at the point. Task is assigned to a user. If a task is assigned to a user, he becomes the owner. Task is assigned to a role. With that role, there is only one user. Then he becomes the owner. Task is assigned to a role. With the role, there are two users. Then whoever is the owner of the record, he is the owner of the task. Task is assigned to a role. With the role, there are three users. Whoever is the owner of the record, he becomes the owner of the task. I hope I am clear. People are clear. Any query on this? Any query on this? Clear for everyone? Clear for everyone? So this is the creation of task and assignment of works. Now, when a task is assigned to a role, with that role there is more than one user. When a task is assigned to a role, with that role there is more than one user. Then whoever is the owner of the record, he will become the owner of the task. If task is assigned to a role, there is only one user with that role, he becomes the owner of the task. I hope I am clear. People have followed this? Right. Let us take the next one. Now let me take the next one. Now let us look at this. So what I'm giving, task is assigned to a owner. Now I have it is a queue. It is a queue. It is a queue. Hyderabad team is a queue. Bangalore team is a queue. Now I told workflow rule. What is the workflow rule we are giving? Workflow rule. What is the rule? When city equal to Hyderabad, assign the task to owner. Assign the task to owner of the record. When city equal to Hyderabad, assign the task to owner of the record. That's for ready. That's for ready. City, Hyderabad. Now owner is. Now what happened? Whenever a new record is created, city equal Hyderabad, assign the task to Wilson. So who will be the owner of the task? Assign the task to owner. Who is the owner? Owner is Wilson. The task is assigned to Wilson. The next one. Now I told assign the task to owner. Now when I create a record C01 Hyderabad, now what happened? Task is assigned to owner. Who is the owner? Hyderabad team. Who is the owner? Hyderabad team. When Hyderabad team is the owner, Hyderabad team is the owner. Who is the owner? Hyderabad team. So when I say Hyderabad team is the owner, who are the people? There are more than one user in the queue. Owner is not a user. Owner is a queue. Owner is a queue. If owner is a queue, whoever has initiated, who created this record? Now Faraz has created this record. If Faraz has not created this record, the workflow rule file. Who initiated this operation? Faraz created. Faraz modified. Because Faraz created a record, it has verified the workflow rule. Because Faraz modified the record, workflow rule is verified. So who initiated this operation? Faraz. Boss, if a task is assigned to a owner is a queue, then whoever is the user who initiated this operation, he becomes the owner of the task. Now who becomes the owner of the record? So Faraz becomes the owner of the record. Wilson modified this record. When Wilson modified this record, tell me who becomes the owner of the record? When a record is modified or created and city equal to Hyderabad, then assign the task to Bangalore team, which is a queue. When and I told assign the task to owner is a queue, then whoever is the user who initiated the operation, he becomes the owner of the task. So call customer. Wilson becomes the owner of the sorry. Right now. So what are these? If a task is directly assigned to a person, no problem. If a task is directly assigned to a person, it's no problem. If a task is directly assigned to a person, there is no problem. Right. But if a task is assigned to a role, there are more than one user with the same role. There are more than one user with the same role. There are more than one user with the same role. Then what happened? Right. Then whoever is the owner of the record, he becomes the owner of the task. The next one. We are going with this. Was whoever has, if a task is assigned to a owner and owner is a queue, whoever has initiated the operation, whoever has initiated the operation, whoever has initiated the operation, he becomes the owner of the, whoever has initiated the operation, whoever has initiated the operation, he will become the owner of the task. He will become the owner of the task. I hope I'm clear with this format. I hope I'm clear with this format. Clear? People are clear with this format. So, task assigning the work to a particular user. So, let us do some examples on it. Whenever a new account is created, schedule A, whenever an account is created, okay, assign a task to disperse the credentials, login credentials to the customers. Whenever a new customer is created, within 2 days, you have to disperse your username password for the customer. Okay, so what was that? New workflow setup, build, setup, build, create, workflow rules and approvals, workflows, new rule. Then I have so what was that? When new customer is created, when a new customer is created, if customer industry is banking, when a new customer is created with industry equal to banking, action. What is the action? It's in the task to user, role, account team, and owner. You can also assign the task to account team. Account team is again whoever is the owner of the record will be taking the choice. So user, specific user, or else let us say account team. Whom you are assigning? Account manager. Whoever is the account manager, he becomes the owner of the task. Roles. Are there any user with a role called CEO? I have to cross check again. I think we already done ODBD, right? It's a task to Wilson. You have created this. Done. Activate. Done and activate. Go back to the accounts. New account. Industry equal to banking. Then automatically task is assigned. Task is assigned to Wilson because we specifically told it's in the task to Wilson. Right. I hope I'm clear. So you can close the task. People have followed this format. Am I clear? Clear? This is a creation of workflow rule with a task. Then second action is I want to create a workflow rule and send an email. I want to send an email to the customer. I want to send an email alert, notification, some email notification I want to do it. But the point here is when you want to send an email notification, every time I cannot type the email, so I need to have a predefined template. The email template should be there. So every time I cannot create an email template, so I have to go for creation of I would go for creation of email template. Instead of typing the email every time, I'll go for creation of email template. So let us see how to create an email template. Setup, administer, setup, administer. Then we have communication templates, email templates. Then I have new template. So what is the procedure? Setup, administer, communication templates, email templates, new template, text. Enter the template name. Now subject. I'm giving some email template. Now in the email template, I want to use some data. In the email template, I want to use some data. What is the data? The record on which workflow rule is firing. When you create a record, workflow rule is firing, sending an email. The record on which the workflow rule is firing, that record data I want to send it in the email. I want to send the details about the record in the email. What we call as merge fields. Merging the fields of the record in the email template. Right? How do you merge the fields? Account name. There is account name. Go down to the top. Available. Click the account. Account. We have account name. We have missed break. Go to the next line. We have account name, industry, so I'm doing, go to the top, choose the object, choose the field, account phone, copy that field, this is how we create template. We created the template. So what I have done, I created the email template. Like this, we can create a number of templates and use them in the workflow rules. Let us see. Setup, build, create, setup, administer, communication templates, email templates, new email template. I want to go with the custom. Next, template name. I gave some name. Then we're giving it. I can apply some HTML, H1, HTML tags, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. Now we can have different templates here. H1. Let me give you some basic idea about these components. Headings H1. The size of the heading. H1 is the top. Let me say. This is a font. Size of the font. We are break the line. So we can apply these elements here. Image italic, bold, like headings, font, break the line, italic, bold, simple HTML components. Use HTML components. Go back here. Go to the next line. Template is your choice. What do you want to build it? I'm just trying to include some data. That's the theme of my requirement. So go to opportunity object. Opportunity name. Where is it? Opportunity name. Opportunity name. Then opportunity amount. Close date. When it was closed. So we are getting some template. So I created this format. Okay. Now what I'm trying to do is I want to send a email template as alert setup. First on the opportunity object, do you have any email field? I don't have any email field, so I'll create one custom email field. So I want to say whatever the email field I gave on the opportunity, the same email field, the email should be sent. So I'm trying to create a workflow setup, build, create workflow rules and approvals. Then we have workflows. New workflow rule on which object? Opportunity object. When a new opportunity is created or every time it is modified, what is the formula you want to create? You want to create a criteria or formula. I can go with a. You want to go with the criteria? What fields? Opportunity fields. Account fields are also coming. I told you. Fields of the object and its master object and current user. Okay. If you want, you can also go with the formula based formula. What is the formula? If stage name equal to closure one, stage name equal to closure one. The stage is closure one. I am returning. I am writing some formula to check the rule. I can write a criteria or I can go with a formula. So what is the action you are performing? Email alert. New email alert. Now what is the email you want to send? Choose the template. Opportunity closed. Then whom you want to send? Send the email to Wilson as well as send the email to email field. Email field is whatever the email field that is there in the record. To that email field we want to send. At the same time, I also want to send the email to Wilson. You can choose whom you want to send. Email field is the field on the record. whichever the email address we give on the record, that address. Apart from these people, if you want to send it to anyone else, give their email IDs here. Apart from these people, if you want to send it to anyone else, keep those fields here. Then activate. Then unactivate. Then unactivate. Now what is that? Go to opportunity, new opportunity. Or close. Then we had some close date, stage name, close reward. And what is the email field? So why we are getting this error? There is some validation rule. So opportunity is created. When opportunity is created, I was supposed to send an email. Let's go back and check whether we received the email. We received some data. Right, boss? Opportunity name, Salesforce workflows, the data. What was that? Sending an email template. So whenever the workflow rule is met, we want to send some email letter. Whenever the workflow rule is met, we want to send some email letter. Now when you want to send an email letter, what you are supposed to do? Create a email template first. First create an email template, then create a workflow rule, choose the email template and select it. Now there are certain conditions on the email template. What is that? Boss, you are sending a workflow rule. In the workflow rule, when the condition is met, you are sending an email. How many emails we can send? How many emails you can send per day? 1000 emails per user. At organization level, 20 lakh emails we can send. But user level, on behalf of Satish, I can send only 1000 emails. Hello. Now, if the day limit is crossed, what will happen? Now you send an email. Now there is a limit of 1000. Now already you have sent 1000. Okay, 1001 email is sent. Now if the day limit is crossed, what will happen? If the day limit is crossed, whatever the email you sent, that will be discarded. They will not be sent on next day. The email is sent. Email is sent. If the day limit is crossed, they will not be sent on the next day. They are simply discarded. Once the email limits are crossed, the emails are discarded. They will not be requeued or resent. They will not be requeued or resent. Right. So this is a workflow email alert. Workflow email alert. So what was this? Whenever a condition is met, we want to send some email template to user. When a complaint is created, when a case is created, send an email to the customer. Boss, your complaint is registered. This is your complaint number. So, issue is so and so, so and so. Contact this person for further information. Whenever a lead is received, I want to send an acknowledgement to the customer. Boss, thanks for showing your interest on our product. Our agent will get back to you within 48 hours. So what was this? It is a email alerts what you want to send when a condition is met. Whenever a condition or a criteria is met, we want to perform certain actions. Whenever a condition or a criteria is met, we want to perform certain action. Those actions are given as workflow actions. Workflow actions. So what is the workflow rule? On an object, when a criteria is met, on an object, when a criteria is met, it will check the rule. If the rule is met, it will perform the action. On an object, it will check the criteria. When a criteria is met, it will check the rule. When the rule is met, perform the action. Now, what is that criteria? There are three choices what we have. You can choose any one of it. What are the three choices we have? First choice. First choice. When a record is created. Whenever a new record is created, go and check the workflow. Second one. Created and every time it is edited. whenever a new record is created and every time the record is modified. Doesn't matter whether record is already meeting the condition or not meeting the condition. Whenever a new record is created, every time the record is modified, it will go and check the condition. Check the rule. Third one, created or anytime edited to meet the condition simultaneously. So whenever the record is created, it will check the rule, or record which is already meeting the condition. Okay, record which is not meeting the condition. The record which is not meeting the condition, if the record is modified, record which is not meeting the condition, if that record is modified, check the workflow rule. So in all the three cases, whenever a new record is created, workflow rule is verified. The only question is, when record is modified, should I check or not is the question. When a new record is created, in all the three cases, they are going to check the rule. But the question is, if the record is modified, should I check the rule or not is the question. Okay. Third one, workflow rule. Rule can be defined in two formats. One is by using formula, other one is by using criteria. Criteria is what? Simple rule. By using the fields of the object, it's a master object fields and currently logged in user fields. Right? What are the rules? Rules of fields of the object, it's a master object and a currently logged in user object. Master object, and currently logged in. How many conditions I can create? 25 conditions I can create. For a workflow rule, how many conditions? 25 conditions I can create. Then action. How many types of actions we have? Two types of action. What are they? What are the two types of action? First one is immediate action. Second one is time dependent action. Immediate action means when the rule is met, perform the action instantly. Immediate action. Time dependent means when the rule is met, perform the action at a given time. 2 days before the expiry date, 10 days after the record created, 29 days deactivate. So some action. So what type of actions we can create? Email alert, field update, outbound message, task. Email alert, field update, outbound message, task. When a task is assigned to a user becomes the owner of the task. When a task is assigned to a role, if a role has more than one user, whoever is the owner of the record, he will become the owner of the task. If a task is assigned to a owner and owner is a queue, whoever is the user who initiated the operation, he becomes the owner of the record. Okay. Then task can be assigned to user, owner, role, team member. If it is an account, team member will come. Otherwise, we don't. But the main point is, when can I create a task? Can I create a task on every object? We cannot create a task on every object. If you remember well, at the time of creating an object, we got an option called allow activities. You remember? At the time of creating a custom objects, we have optional features, allow reports, allow activities, track field listing. If I want to create a task on an object, we are supposed to enable the option called allow activities. Task can be created only on those objects on which allow activities are enabled. Task can be created only on those objects on which allow activities are enabled. I hope I'm clear. Email alert. Create a template, send the email. How many emails we can send per the day? 1000 emails we can send per the day. I hope I'm clear with this. Tomorrow we'll see the field update. Right. Hard copies are given. Come again.
Once a task is some particular task is closed, once a task is closed, and I have missed something regarding that.
Task is a workflow, na? Yes, it's not a business logic. It's only workflow. Yes. I will not be taking this back. Website.
I need that link.
Admin. Good one.
Sandbox లో ఓపెన్ అవ్వట్లేదు.
చెప్పాను చూస్తాను. I'll check it out. How working? గట్టిగా.
టాస్క్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు గురుపాక్ వర్క్స్ ఇచ్చారు కదా, టాస్క్ వచ్చేసి ఓనర్ కాలర్.
ఏంటమ్మా?
మనం ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాము. దాంట్లో మీరు ఏంటంటే గురుపాక్ పీపుల్ కానీ హైదరాబాద్ టీం ఉంది. సో టీం కాదు, ఎవరైతే ఎడిట్ చేశారో ఆ రికార్డు వాళ్ళకి టాస్క్ వెళ్తుంది. అక్కడ కొంచెం
క్యూ అయితే ఎవరైతే దాన్ని ఇనిషియేట్ చేశారు, వర్క్ రూల్ ఎందుకు ఫైర్ అయింది? నువ్వు రికార్డ్ క్రియేట్ చేసినా కూడా ఫైర్ అయింది. నువ్వు రికార్డ్ క్రియేట్ అయితే ఫైర్ అవ్వదు కదా. సో అప్పుడు ఎవరైతే దాన్ని ఇనిషియేట్ చేసిరో, నువ్వు ఇనిషియేటెడ్ ఆపరేషన్, వాడికి ఎస్ఐన్ అవుతుంది. నువ్వు మాడిఫై చేసిన వాటి రూల్ చెక్ చేసాను, నువ్వు మాడిఫై చేస్తే రూల్ చెక్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి నీకు ఎస్ఐన్ అవుతుంది. చెక్ చేస్తాను.